Okay, definitely. One second. I'm doing it right now. In Facebook, hold on. Justice for Duante Wright. One second. Speaking. One second with new Black Panther Party National Spokesman Akbar Bilal. One second.
Put a shaky man Akbar. Don't put Bilal on it.
Oh, I know. I put Shaky Man Akbar. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. I already.
All right, you guys are
Okay.
live. Let's get it.
And three. Okay, yes. Hotep family, peace. Dashan Farad here in New Siren. Please don't forget to like our network, like our YouTube page, Extraction Attraction. Also, please like and share this episode. I'm going to play this video real quick. Here we go. Okay.
Tonight, new body camera video showing the moment a Minnesota officer fatally shot 20-year-old Duante Wright. Police say the female officer, a veteran on the force, accidentally discharged a gun instead of a taser, killing the father of a 2-year-old.
It is my belief that the officer had the intention to deploy their taser, but instead shot Mr. Wright with a single bullet. This was an accidental discharge that resulted in the tragic death of Mr. Wright.
The incident beginning just before 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon, when authorities say Wright was pulled over for an expired vehicle registration outside of Minneapolis. Wright's girlfriend also in the car. According to the Brooklyn Center Police Department, the officers ran Wright's name through their system, discovering there was a warrant out for his arrest. Court records show that warrant was issued after Wright failed to appear in court earlier this month, following charges of possessing a firearm without a permit and running away from law enforcement. Police say on Sunday, Wright was trying to get back into the vehicle as officers attempted to apprehend him. The officer warning, "I'll tase ya." Then she pulls a firearm, firing a shot at Wright. The car driving for several blocks before crashing into another vehicle. Wright was pronounced dead at the scene, the medical examiner identifying Wright's cause of death as a gunshot wound to the chest. Tonight, the officer who pulled the trigger is on.
Okay, family. For those of you who may not be aware, this past Sunday, Duante Wright, 20-year-old black man, was killed in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, by former officer. She now stepped down. She retired, Kim Potter. Tonight, we have with us the national spokesman for the new Black Panther Party for Self-Defense under the leadership of National Chairman Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz, Sheikh Imam Akbar. Sheikh Imam Akbar, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, sir. How about yourself?
Uh, we're doing quite wonderful. Now, for those of you just now tuning in, since that time, since Sunday afternoon, there have been protests and rebellions in that city. Now, keep in mind, just 10 miles away in Minneapolis, we are witnessing the second week, the third week of the Derek Chauvin trial, the former police officer who had killed another black man this past May, uh, George Floyd. As you know, he put his knee on his neck. He couldn't breathe. And of course, they ruled that a homicide. So we're watching. So uh, already right now, we're witnessing a very volatile environment within, of course, in America, but within Minnesota in particular. Uh, we actually have footage taking place from since that time, footage of people going off, demanding justice for Duante. His mother gave a statement. Uh, I don't think we're going to play that tonight. But right now, Sheikh Imam Akbar is on the ground with some soldiers with him, other members of the new Black Panther Party. Sheikh, what's going on right now?
Well, we're at the protest in Brookland, a section, it's called Brookland Center. Brookland Center is where the police precinct is and exactly where the execution took place. We choose to use the word execution because I believe that all law enforcement across America can use the option to be judge, jury, and executioner. It is a sad report to give after the coming of Malcolm X, Dr. King, Elijah Muhammad, Marcus Messiah Garvey, William Everett Burkhardt Dubois, Frederick Douglass, Nat Turner. I think it is the attitude has been consistent from the time we first encountered the opposition in Africa, and it continues. It's a microcosm, a manifestation of the real attitude of police and law enforcement, and what white people really feel about black people, that they can kill us and there will be no due process. There will be no penalty to pay for the lives of the black citizen. We see the evidence. There's a what you call in the legal uh, in the legal preponderance of evidence that they don't give a damn about black lives. That black lives matter. That life does not matter, especially here in Minneapolis as we speak.
Okay, now I want to ask you a question. I hear a lot of horns in the background. I take it that the anger, the hostility in response to this tragic
They're
death.
cheering,
Ha-
cheering us on as protesters, as the Dr.
mhm.
King said, that we will never have freedom in America with the three until we end the unethical practice of police brutality. You and I
Okay, so
know, Brother
Akbar,
Deshaun, that Dr.
right?
King
Go ahead.
himself was a victim of the police brutality. And it's been incident
So,
after incident from Emmett
so
Till, Trayvon, Stephon, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, to this hour, George Floyd, and now Duante Wright. And
so what I'm
these
asking you,
opposition has never been right.
but Imam Akbar, this is what I'm asking you. Right now on the ground, I take it. What is the climate like? What is the atmosphere like right now on the ground?
There's
Because you're there.
there's full blown hostility. There's anger of the people. There's the ordinary citizen in Minneapolis, Minnesota, is upset, frustrated. Anger is is on the minds and a lot of people over this killing, but the general attitude of George Floyd. The trial is going on. They have the lay officers in on some of a cover up for this killing to cover the dirties of I think it was a woman officer, if I'm not mistaken, that executed. And there are rings, see these rings of whites across America, and we say some blacks are involved. Well, they had the same mindset. They have been duped into a thinking, into a mindset that they can execute a black man and there will be a reward. There are white circles that will pay, perhaps I say a minimum of $1 million. They on a text message and send it on out, and then once they put it in that network, they will send them $1 million. The white man on a bounty for any man, a black woman or any one of our black children, they're willing to take a chance that they can kill us, and someone is going to come along and get them off the hook, and they'll maybe spend 10 days or 10 in jail and that $1 million. That's what's
Okay,
on the
so
mind of
Akbar,
these
have
laws
you?
when they
So
kill us.
Akbar, what I want, Akbar. So have you spoken to any? Of course, we heard from Duante's mother yesterday. She was very emotional, quite naturally. Have you spoken to any? Has the new Black Panther Party reached out to the friends or family, or family of friends of Duante since you've been on the
We have
ground?
we have spoken to the grandmother, and of course she's very upset about the situation that the grandmother of Junior's grandmother we spoke to, and they are seeking the public support, the prayers. Of course, they want to get past the memorial, but they are very concerned that this could happen to somebody else, especially with all Filipinos from Trayvon to Eric Garner, and you know the list of names. They continue from Breonna Taylor. There's no place that they're willing to stop. We believe in the new Black Panther Party for self-defense, that this will stop when we stop it. We have been divinely prepared to handle the mission of bringing freedom for black people and freedom from all forms of police brutality, all forms of white nationalism. We are the vanguard in the black community, and we have the component of social component, legal components, but a military. We black that with a military component. And we have to now defund many of these police sections. In fact, it's happening in sections of Atlanta, sections of
Right.
D.C., sections
Right.
of Charlotte, North Carolina, and Norfolk. We get New Norfolk, New Charlotte, New Columbia,
Now,
Columbus, Ohio. We're going to
but
bring
Akbar,
a new Minneapolis, Minnesota.
right, Akbar, okay, but what I want to ask you now, let's stick to, and I appreciate that information. We definitely have to know that for all those who are serious about ending the police brutality of black people, what's going on right now where you are? Because you, like I said, you're our contact person on the ground. At what level was the
Yeah,
protest at now, the demonstration? Are you
now
headed to
if
the
you can
police
look, there's
department
a
or,
group of people
yes?
right in front of me that we're in a
Hmm.
mass protest. A few thousand marchers have gathered right near the police station at Brookland Center, and on standby, there's a mob, an angry mob that could potentially become violent. They have again proven that they're willing to go against them. They have leveled the police station here in Minneapolis. They have just rioted, and the police station is right there. At any moment, they it could break out. The National Guard is here in full force, and I can step out and show you a better picture, and I'll take a guided camera this time very
No.
slowly. It's snowing. That's the
Oh,
other
no,
thing.
no,
It's snowing. That's
no, we good.
yes.
No, you don't have to step outside, brother Akbar.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
so
okay. You
this
can
what I
look right at the
right.
mob. You're
We
looking
can
at the police station. You're looking at the mob right in
yes,
front of my vehicle right now.
right.
Can
Now
you
when you
see
say
that?
the mob,
That's a
when you
few
say the
thousand
mob,
people.
are those officers that we're looking at? When you said the mob, are those officers we're also looking at?
No, no, no. These are just the protesters have control
Protesters. Okay.
of the place that we're in right now.
So
Protesters are
where
in
they
control.
headed to, what I'm asking you, where they headed to? Are
They're
they headed to the
just
police station or to the Kim Potter's house? Where are they going?
we're right in front of the police station right now.
Okay,
It
right in
has
front. All right.
a fence up, and we're right at the police station live
Mhm.
here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's called, and you can see the beige truck in front of us is the National Guard truck, and
Okay,
they
so the
are
national and as I
on
understand it, some of
pins and
those
needles.
and as I understand, though, many of those National Guardsmen had they were deployed from Minneapolis. The one they were already securing the city for the Derek Chauvin
Yes,
trial.
sir.
But I was right. Okay, so what I want to ask is this then.
Yes, sir.
Okay, while
The
you said
3,000 more National Guards have been deployed, sir, and they're
okay,
trying to
so
control
mhm.
there are a few thousand marchers.
Is there a way we can get that
Okay,
other iPad to show the crowd while we keep you on this phone?
Yeah, there is a way. She'll make that available. She'll give you that picture, that perfect picture.
I'm
This
just
the
about to
same one
say
back
that
home.
too. Okay, so
Uh,
Akbar, now because okay, I'll let you finish. I have another question, but go ahead.
um, yes, the execution
Did we lose him?
is risen up. It's
Oh.
Rasul Sallam said, "Do not become angry." I have walked through the crowds, and by all impressions, they are angry. They
Mhm.
are angry
So
about
Akbar,
the
okay,
killing of this young man. Execution.
so here's my next question. The new Black Panther Party, have you all sat down with any of the other black organizations or black activists in that area? Nation of Islam, NAACP, New Era, Urban League?
You know, yes, yes. We have talked to all of the organizations, and we're trying now to get some form of collective solidarity. And it's just that with the George Floyd trial, with this new execution, and so much is awry that we will put off any immediate meetings, but we have user-friendly relations. Everyone here seems to be in the same spirit to end the police brutality, to stop the excessive use of excessive force, to stop the excessive use of excessive deadly force against black people. At this time, we single out especially the black man, and we are especially concerned for our black children that this is all we can hand our future generation is more body bags from a system. Even if you're not from Minnesota, still a portion of your tax money funds this city to have a municipal force, a peacekeeping force, a safety patrol, a form called police protection to safeguard. It is a guarantee within the Constitution to bring protection to the citizens. And if you can't, then the citizens here are willing to take a vigilante move. You have an open carry here. Most of these citizens are armed against anything happening to them. Anyone could wander up and
So what do
attack you
you?
here.
Okay, so Sheikh Akbar, what do you think should happen to former officer Kim Potter, of course, who resigned today, as well as the chief of police? But I'm not asking you what you think should happen to the former chief. What should happen to Officer Potter, who, for those of you who are
That's
just now tuning in, she's the one who killed Duante. What do you think should happen to her
I think
legally?
it's window dressing. They knew that they had a rotten apple in that in the female officer, the white officer, and executing the black man. If you turn any white person with a gun is willing to take a chance that they can kill a black, they wear it as a trophy or a badge of honor to kill. It's a badge of honor among white people to kill a black man, especially if they can kill the black man. He's the greatest threat because they have stolen so much from us in the way of our legacy, our invention, our patents, and gold, diamonds, and silver, every mineral and natural resource from Africa, and then they stole us, and they owe us. Stole us as a human cargo, as human. Who could think of to dehumanize someone, put them in a condition of less than a domesticated animal, packed them on what they call a slave ship? Who could think of a concept to have an architect to build a slave ship and put you in your cross-contamination waste for months, stacked on each other, men on the women, women on the men, and in all unsanitary conditions, as they would. They won't. Matter of fact, they treat
So
their
you're
domesticated
wait,
animals, dogs,
so
rats, and
so
hogs, are treated
so
better in America than the black
so
man, woman, and child. Black
so
power.
Akbar, so Akbar, you're then saying that if I don't want to put words in your mouth, are you then saying that the mass killings of black people or unwarranted killings of black people by officers, you're saying that this actually is something that has its roots in something much deeper? Is that your position?
I believe that it's all intentional. It was a full intention to kill. If you take a typical case right out of the text, John Hinckley Jr. shot down the president of the United States. No doubt it. He shot the press secretary, James Brady. That's how you got the Brady bill. He turned around and shot a Secret Service and police officer. That's why when you go to Hawaii or California, they say 5-0. Chicago, they say 5-0. You know they're talking about the police. But you and I know, Doshan, if you go to Southeast Washington, they'll say Tim, because Tim was the name of the police officer that John Hinckley Jr. shot with the full intention to aim to injure or to kill. We felt that he intended to execute them in plain sight, cold-blooded execution or murder, and they brought John Hinckley back alive. This is now, in this case file, is the proof and evidence that to kill someone on a scene and encounter with the police and the citizens, to kill somebody, they chose not to kill Hinckley. John Hinckley Jr. went into St. Elizabeth's Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
John Hinckley Jr. is an heir to the DuPont Foundation. Spill money all over.
Oh, Akbar,
man,
Akbar, I'm
and they
sorry,
let him
Akbar. I'm gonna
live.
have Akbar. Listen, I'm gonna have to interject. What is it that we're looking at right now? For those people who are tuning in, I'm seeing this here. Looks like the
We're
crowd has
looking
gathered. What is this that we're looking
looking
at?
at a mob that just regular protest against the
Mhm.
execution of our black men. They are somewhat of a mixed crowd. It's fairly dominated with black people. The local citizens are making up most of this mob. The friends of Duante Wright is making up most of this crowd tonight. But there are some mixed people there, mixed emotions. But every citizen on the ground in Minneapolis that I've made contact with, and I especially went out to get that question in, what did they think about the execution of a young black man? And they think that they are frustrated. They've had enough. They're tired of the police killing our black people, and they're willing to do something. Those people out here are in the snow. This is a snow wet ice and snow out here, and these people are out in the rain, and they're willing to do something
So,
about what has happened to their
so,
friend.
so I'm.
And
Mhm.
some
So,
don't know him, but they feel as a
mhm.
comrade.
So what further steps? I'm going to ask you this, Brother Akbar. The national chairman of the new Black Panther Party, Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz, is he scheduled to visit Brooklyn Center anytime soon?
In fact, he's scheduled very soon. He may make an appearance anytime here at Brookland Center in Minneapolis. We have a working relationship on the ground. We have many comrades here. We have the new Black Panther chapter here. Brother Monroe and Sister Melisha, the chairman, the chief of staff here, are involved with the community, attempting to bring these organizations together, the fractions, to get a collective solidarity. And once we bring that collective circle, uh, they must declare a war on police brutality, because they have declared a war on the citizens here, the black citizens. That we're the only ones being shot down in the middle of the street, executed on just the contact. They're willing to pull a service weapon. With what they were working with, they, there was no need to pull a service weapon if they were skilled in their job. There was no need for a weapon, the taser nor the gun, if you knew you had uh, a suspect there that needed to be addressed, a situation that
Mm-hmm.
needed to be. It showed a highly unprofessional, and she wasn't even skilled at. In fact, she had proven that officer was not even fit to serve. You know that, but her
Well, she
sergeant knew that. Her lieutenant, her
well she was
captain
a
knew
20,
it, and she knew that
20
she was not fit
a
to serve.
26. Well, she was a well, Akbar. Then of course they're going to say, well, she was a 26-year veteran, and also she was the president of the police union in that area. You know, that's what their
And that
rebuttal
gives
with.
me more ammunition to say that she's not fit. She's been exposed on how to be a master of deception, how to play tricks. I've been a chaplain for 50 years. I see police and law enforcement, and the staggering statistic, for instance, 40% of the killings they're doing, they just kill a mental health patient just to get a black man or woman in the body bag. 78.4% of those that have executed mental health patients have no training in mental health at all. And then 79% of those precincts, according to the algorithm, the database in this particular research, says that 79.8% of the precincts were corrupt. And then another staggering 8% of those people coming out of there in the percentage that were left are willing to go along with some form of corruption or deviation from the laws and the rules of the municipality or that city or that precinct. So we have thoroughly researched. The new Black Panther Party has thoroughly researched this thing all the way down to the rogue officer. These chiefs are corrupt. They know they have corrupted officers, and they keep them on the force to do just what they did, to exit. When that opportunity becomes available, or that opportunity avails itself, they will execute a black man or a black woman or our black children. Black Power.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Sheikh Imam Akbar, who is the national spokesman of the new Black Panther Party for Self-Defense under the leadership of the national chairman, Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz. As always, he was giving us
Yes,
a ground
he is the
report.
chairman emeritus. He's the
Chairman
emeritus chairman.
Emeritus. Thank you,
Yes,
Chairman
sir.
Emeritus. Thank you for the correction, Sheikh.
One,
But as I
one
was
more
saying,
time. What are we looking at now? What are we looking at now? There we see.
Same mob.
Okay.
Matter of fact, the mob is increasing, and it could turn riotous around here at any point in time. It is predicted riot, and it's just out of control. Has to be a resolution. One solution we're asking for is to defund the police and fund the new Black Panther Party for self-defense. We have been divinely prepared to do the work of making peacekeeping forces in all Black neighborhoods. We're ready, willing, and able to do the task. Black Power.
we thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us, Sheikh Imam Akbar. And for those of you who are tuning in, please don't forget to share tonight's episode. Also subscribe to our channel, Extraction Attraction. This is New Siren, which is a show, a part of the Extraction Attraction TV network, YouTube TV network. Thank you very much for joining us, family. Sheikh Akbar, we wish you and my little sister Kenya back there,
She's got a few
get
words
back
for you,
safe.
Doshan.
Yes, ma'am. What's going on? Peace and blessings, Queen. You know, remember when I texted you and I said I'm getting ready to interview Akbar? I didn't know you were with him until I heard your voice in the background. But earlier today.
Oh, yes,
Always
sir.
wonderful.
Yes, sir. I've been taking him around the city.
Okay. Always wonderful to see you, beloved. See you soon. Sheikh Imam Akbar.